Ladies and gentlemen, this is Love is in the Air from Season 15. All of our players are going to start here. 6 of them is going to be Killer Up on the right-hand side, getting a bad bounce as they hit the bottom of that starting piece, and it's going to be the Glorious Punchers coming down the center of the mogul pan. In first place, Kira on the left, Shins to be on the right, all three coming through it, trying to take on that first place position, with Luggo Lows in fourth, Killer Up in fifth, and Flighty Man in sixth place as they come down into the Love Tunnel. The Mustache going to lead the way, gets a little bit stalled up there by the pin there on that exit of the slide. It looks like it's going to be Kira and Chesapeake closing the gap with the Mustache as they go through the mogul pan on the right-hand side. Mustache trying to hold it together as they come up in the next divide, avoiding the pin, but it looks like Kira and Chesapeake are going to have a much better line going down to the Archimedes screw, trying to get down the center. No one gets in the center of the Archimedes screw, but Chesapeake is going to get the best line coming out of that Archimedes screw. The Mustache gets a better exit, and then it's going to be the Mustache back into first place. Chesapeake still chasing in second place as they try to get into the intersection. Chesapeake gets through. The Mustache misses it. Lug of Lows coming up from behind with an even better line, closing the gap on Chesapeake. And Chesapeake now running away, trying to go through in first place, but Lug of Lows is going to be right hot on their heels in second on the left-hand side. Flanny Man has a good line on the right-hand side as they go across the mogul pad, coming out of the Someone Steve on the right-hand track, trying to get down into the opening, but they go through the opening in the wrong direction. Lug of Lows on the left-hand side. Chesapeake goes straight through without even touching the blade, back into first place, and comes up to the next divide, coming up on the right-hand side, and it looks like they're going to go into the center track. Flighty Man trying to get through on the right-hand side. It's going to be Kira on the left-hand side, trying to find their way out of that level 1 Steve, but the other players are still having trouble with that Steve on the left-hand side, and Flighty Man gets down the chutes on that right-hand track. Chesapeake coming down the center, looking to get down into the middle of the heart, and it looks like they've got a great line to get themselves started into the slides, but they're going in the wrong direction. Chesapeake's trying to get back in the right orientation with Killer Up, Lug of Those, Kira, and Mustache still trying to get through on that left-hand side. Flighty Man holds second place on the right side, but Chesapeake starting to run away with it as he hits the boost on the right-hand side, trying to stick the landing in the funnel, but he's too far to the right-hand side, and Sheds TV is out of competition on the very first race of Season 15. It's going to be Flighty Man coming down now to be in first place as they hit the ramp down at the bottom of the funnel, but the other players are not going to be too far behind. Killer App hitting jump into second place. It's going to be Lugavos in third, Kieran fourth, Mustache all the way back in fifth place, but not a lot of distance separating these players. Flighty Man across the right-hand side, trying to get across the cheese burger Japan. It looks like they got a pretty good line getting themselves through. Killer App coming around in second place as they come up on the right-hand side. Kira going on the left-hand side. Lugavos going on the right-hand side. No, going to divert the left-hand side at the last second to the Mustache. Still trying to get through on the jump. No, the Mustache didn't make the jump, and they have been eliminated. It's going to be Flighty Man bouncing off the left-hand side. Killer App trying to get through on the right-hand side. Both players going around the hearts, trying to get through the mystery, or through the wedding ring, and get themselves into the rest of the course, and it's looking pretty good for Flighty Man here on the right-hand side, but he's having trouble at the intersection, getting almost a dead stop as they hit that middle pan. They're up on the left-hand side. Flighty Man on the right side. Both players coming down to the openings, trying to get through and finish out this race in first place. Flighty Man misses the openings. Killer App coming through, misses as well. Kira trying to get through on the left-hand side with Lug of Those not too far, but Lug of Those goes straight through into first place, gets a perfect shot right to the transition, gets down across the divide on the right-hand track, getting down the side, trying to get down to the boosters, get themselves to the women to finish out in first place as Lug of Those goes down in the mid in the center line, looking like a pretty good line, but it looks like they've missed the booster. Lug of Those, another player, Flighty Man, might have a chance to boost themselves in first place as Lug of Those gets caught in the pins, trying to get through. Flighty Man caught up from behind on the right-hand side, but Lug of Those finds a way around the pin, coming down the center, going to hit the top, and they're going to bounce in the windmill. But can anyone make anything happen? No, and it's going to be Lug of Lows with the first victory in first place. Flighty Man in second, Killer App in third, and Kira, slow and steady, looking to finish it out in fourth place. Whew. Heading ahead of the competition, it's going to be Baby Yoda in second place. Looks like Rocket Dragon trying to get in third place. They said they're pretty good at this track, and it looks like they're starting to break late here on the second half of the course as they go down in the first set of tires. Nemo the Dinosaur gets stopped up completely. Baby Yoda can't get through either. Both players trying to get through on a good line, but there goes Rocket Dragon in first place. They said they were going to watch out for, and ladies and gentlemen, they are living up to the hype. Coming up into the booster, into the fourth bed, or into the fifth bed of cubes, or fifth bed of tires. It looks like they're going to have a pretty good line here on the left-hand side, trying to go for a slow one as they go around the middle. Nemo the Dinosaur also looking for that victory as they hit this cheese grater, coming across in the center line. Panbugs coming up from behind. All players are fighting for this victory. This is going to be a close one, ladies and gentlemen. Panbugs hits the booster, going to the tires on the right-hand side, trying to find their line to get through. They've hit all three tires as they keep going high on the right-hand side. They haven't been stopped yet. Rocket Dragon tries to get through, but they hit the debris. Marty pushing through on the left-hand side. Nemo the Dinosaur with a pretty good line on the left-hand track hits the tires into Panbugs, overtaking into first place. Sarah trying to get through, but they hit the tires to the exit on the left-hand side, and both players coming through at the same time. Nemo hits the tire. Sarah hits the tire. Both players trying to get through. Sarah trying to get that head, but looks like Marty already from behind, going to the center of the windmill in first place, and who's going to be able to get down the windmill in the center of the tire? It's going to be Nemo the Dinosaur getting the victory that they've been looking for the entire time. Sarah in second place. Marty right third. Rocket Dragon trying to get through fourth place. And it looks like it's all the players caught up in the debris of the tires of that spicy competition out for first place. Baby Yoda make the way down into this level 1 Steve, trying to get through as quickly as possible on these slides and keep ahead of the competition. It's Mario in second, Incredible Jedi in third, Rocket Dragon not too far behind fourth place. All four players ahead of the record time, but it's all about finishing out this race. Mario tries to get through the opening on the right-hand side in the wrong direction, but that's going to cost him the last line on the exit. And looks like Incredible Jedi looking to start off very strong here on Season 15. First race on this, of Season 15 here on the stream, and they are already in first place as they go down into this very difficult course ahead of the record time. Incredible Jedi hits the boost going down into the second line. Try to get that straight shot through and goes right through this level 1 Steve, goes down to the center, and Incredible Jedi well on their way to make a first place finish here, and maybe even a new record time. Tries to get a scrap into the windmill in first place, and Incredible Jedi on their first race ever of the day, first race of the season, and they get right into the windmill in a record time in first place. Absolutely incredible, Jedi. Coming up on the left-hand side of the divide, getting down into the ski slope, and it looks like it's going to be Zoe with a very good line, hitting that booster as they go from side to side. Trying to avoid those boulders as they go down in first place. Joseph trying to get through in second. Polka Debbie, happy season 15. Glad to have you here. Make the way down, but it looks like Joseph, Nebo, and Sophie Galati all going to get ahead with a better straight line in the center. The center running vortex over, and Sophie Galati going to be able to get through. No, they get a bad bounce coming off to the left-hand side. Zoe goes straight through, and it looks like they're going to be able to hold first place. They go down ahead of the record time, and Zoe is rocketing down this stream. I'm going to cross this mogul pad and make the way down through on the left-hand side, cutting off back to the right-hand side. It looks like Zoe's going to have a pretty good line to get themselves down in first place if no other player can get themselves around this mogul pan. There's also the first record time. Is Zoe going to be able to stay ahead of it? Looks like they got a pretty good chance so far. Ladyman coming around second, just trying to get through in third. Destination in fourth place. They come up into that mogul pan. Now you see it out of that rotating vortex order. But there's the debris, and Zoe has got to be careful as they go around this double helix if they want to avoid this debris and get themselves through in first place ahead of the record time. Trying to hold everything together as they go down to the second double helix. It looks like they're going to hit one more icicle. No, they're not, and they're going to be able to go through. So the debris should be able to clear just as Zoe gets up into that point. And I think Zoe's going to be just doing fine. Ladyman coming around in second place, trying to stay ahead of the record time as well. We got Joseph and Killer App coming around behind in third and fourth place respectively. Rocket Dragon back in fifth place gets hit by the boulder as Zoe stumbles under the debris. This is not looking good for Zoe. Here goes Ladyman from behind in second place as they come up on the left-hand side, trying to get around the debris as well. It looks like Ladyman's going to push their way through. Zoe's caught up, and here goes Ladyman trying to hold first place, make the way down past all of the debris. It looks like they're going to have a pretty good line. It looks like Joseph going to have even more speed as they go down to the final transition to try to get through on these icicles on the stalagmite pins. It looks like it's going to be Ladyman coming up on the right side, retaking first place. Joseph trying to get through his second place. The record time still in competition, and it's going to be Ladyman coming down into the Jiminy 6, going for the straight shot in the middle, trying to keep everything under control as they go down into the skinny rails. It's going to be Joseph right behind in second place, trying to get a Ladyman, and I think they very well might. Killer Up coming on the right side in third place. Zoe in fourth place, trying to get through in the center line. Rocket Dragon coming around fifth place, and looks like Joseph is going to collide with Ladyman, and that's going to give both players a pretty good dead drop to get themselves down into this obstacle as quickly as possible. Also the first coming up on the right-hand side's record time, looking pretty good, but Ladyman and Joseph are just barely ahead. Killer App coming up on the right-hand side, looking to get through in third place with, I believe, Zoe and... I can't even keep track of the names anymore. Rocket Dragon coming up on the right-hand side. And here goes Ladyman and Joseph trying to get down to the center, trying to hold that line ahead of the record time. And will he be able to do it? Looks like Ladyman's got a pretty good line. Killer Up trying to hold third place on the right-hand side. And all three players coming down pretty much at the same time. And there goes Ladyman and Joseph in the first place position. On right through the center of the intersection, coming down the mogul pan. And now's they got a fair in the mogul pan. It's going to be Joseph getting best off the right-hand side. Ladyman pulls ahead, coming up on the right-hand track, coming out of the mogul pan. But they get pushed back into the middle. Not having any success just quite yet. Joseph trying to get through on the left-hand side and retaking first place away from Ladyman. But Ladyman's going to regain their momentum as they come to the elevator. Both players in the elevator at the same time. Joseph trying to close the gap on Ladyman. Both players coming down. This is absolutely intense, ladies and gentlemen. Killer App, Rocket Dragon, and Zoe coming up from behind. Ladyman, Joseph, both in bed, drops out of the elevator. Joseph goes on the right side, trying to take first place, but Ladyman's got a better line. Retaking first place. Joseph back into first place. Left side, they hit the next intersection, trying to get there at the same time, almost colliding as they cross. Oh no, the sides. Both players coming down. Who's going to be able to stick the lady? The women first on the left side. Ladyman right side, hit the ski jump down the women, finish on the race, and Joseph gets the second win of the day. Ladyman just barely outdone, but both amazing run, both ahead of the record time. And congratulations to the both of you. Rocket Dragon trying to get through left side in third place. Yabe trying to get through fourth place as they go down the bottom of the ski jump, looking to stick that landing into the So Rocket Dragon in third. Yabe gonna miss it entirely. Kira, no surprise, dies as well. Polka Debbie 6 landing at fourth place. If I had to make a prediction, I would have said either Ladyman or Joseph wins, Rocket Dragon gets close, Kira and Ayame die. That's exactly what I would have said if you had to ask me for a prediction for this map. Oh, that's too funny. It looks like Nizay pushed out of the map by Sophie Kalani. Sophie Kalani sticking in 7th. Tutsu in 8th place. Lazy Godog and Spootry, no success. And that's good. And it is going to be Flandyman coming around the final bend and looking to slide down to the women to finish out this race in first place. And it is going to be Flandyman in first place. And the wall of death has killed everyone else, apparently. Is that a known glitch? Where everyone just dies instantly? Is that supposed to happen? Was that is that supposed to be that way? Where everyone dies instantaneously the moment someone finishes? Is that a new feature? Is that is that a new feature? As everyone else dies instantly? Oh boy. I like it. It's good. It keeps the... I'm telling you, Pixel's taking all the points out of racing. He's putting them all in Tilted. I'm telling you. I called it months ago.